This is a test. We are checking the frame. Oh, I forgot. I have to edit bloopers because that's fun to do. But yeah, doing this after a long time. Hello there. All right. It has been so long since I did this. I don't remember if I know how. I do. It's like talking. It's like talking on my stories, except it's much longer. And I'm doing the whole recording in here thing so that the audio is better. And I have a new camera and I'm using that. So stoked. If you are watching this on Instagram, this little slot is usually a place where I doodle and I share my thoughts. I share other content or I create my own. And it's why I have the blank tile photo template sort of thing for my feed, because it gives me the opportunity to use my creativity on this platform. What I have been doing through quarantine is this idea called somewhat significant scribbles. And I have been writing down things that people have been telling me. I say this all the time. I feel like you guys already know, but just to recap, things that I hear in conversations or discussions, things that make me think and visualize, because I'm a very emotional and visual learner. So I wanted to make those little visuals come to life through scribbles, because I don't consider myself an artist. I'm not great at drawing. It's something I struggled with architecture, but I have these ideas and I like to doodle and scribble and keep them raw. So that's what these are. Oh, I also wanted to mention that I started this whole thing during quarantine because I got this. This is a tablet, just this, and I got this with the first money that I have earned in this field. I needed something to commemorate that, just really special. I did use it at work, and I designed some logos and infographics. I can kind of draw, just not like I would like to, but there are so many artists out there that continue to support, and seeing them do their passions, so it's exciting. Art is exciting. It really is. So there's this quote that I couldn't really think of what to draw, and so what I decided to do was try. And I broke down this quote into the sentences, and I was like, okay, each one is going to be in a separate tile, and then I could have 10 tiles, you know, for Instagram. Instead of writing it, I started to type it, and then it got very confusing. I found myself just losing on the essence of it. Maybe it's because the quote itself didn't give me a visual, but it gave me drive. It was more of that kind of insight that I got from it. Yeah, that's probably why. I wanted to share it with all of you, and maybe we can reflect on it together. I can't believe that I'm gonna put it on YouTube too. It's been so long since I did a YouTube video. I think the last one was the birthday one for my brother, I think. Happy almost half birthday to my brother now. Speaking of almost half birthday, it's almost December and it's Thanksgiving this week and it's holiday season, so I'm wearing my ugly sweater. Anyway, here we go. This is from the Netflix documentary Becoming with Michelle Obama, and it's based on her book that came out 2 years ago, but it's not just about the book. It's actually about the book and its impact in her life, as well as the lives she inspires on a daily basis. So I just want to read through the quote, and then we can think about it. We can't afford to wait for the world to be equal to start feeling seen. We are far from it. Time will not allow it. It's not going to happen with one president, one vote. So you got to find the tools within yourself to feel visible and to be heard and to use your voice. See the power of your story and own that. I am becoming brave and unafraid to live openly, truthfully, and joyfully. And I really liked this. I just, even saying it makes me feel so pumped and ready to just continue expressing myself and being the best version of myself that I can. And this applies to so much. It applies to policy, it applies to systemic change, it applies to us in our communities, in our families, and beyond, in whatever academic setting you're in, work setting you're in. You can't wait for anyone else to make things happen. You have to do it for yourself. External factors, of course, decide things for us all the time, but we are still powerful in our own ways. And I really felt that from this, especially the line about becoming brave, unafraid to live openly, truthfully, and joyfully. I think that's important. My life motto is being authentic, 100% authentic, and fearlessly unapologetic. Fearlessly and unapologetic. Something like that. I can't remember. I did not plan this video, otherwise I would have a nice points to bounce off of. But side note, your story and the things you've gone through are so important to who you are now. Using it to power through, to help yourself, to help others, and to make change in whatever capacity you can. It's meaningful, and just recognizing that is a big step in itself. I want to read it one more time so that we can look at it. I'm gonna have my closed captioning and we can kind of reflect on it on our own too. So you heard my take, but I want you to think about yours. And Michelle Obama is a queen. She's a boss. I love her. I got her book and haven't read it yet, but this film was amazing. I absolutely loved it. She also says stuff like, what makes you more than a stat is when you see yourself more than a stat and you start thinking about who are you, what do you care about, and what brings you joy. So she mentions stat because she talks about underrepresented communities and how in a multicultural world, we're still seen as a number, but we're not just a number. We're not just that person of color in the room. We are so much more than that. Whether, so this is with respect to America, because that's where I live. It's who I am. But it's important you bring yourself wherever you go, all of you, just every part of you, and that diversity makes a difference. And it opens perspectives in people's minds. So I just wanted to put that in there. Back to the general stuff, because I know that I have it's not half and half yet. Of course, I lived most of my life in India, so I know a lot of my friends and family who might be watching this are from there. I felt like it was important to say, especially now that elections are technically not over yet, but we know, and I think the work starts now. How we keep people accountable and what we do going forward. Let's do this. Ready? I really hope this has been recording. It's like a new camera, so I don't know. To be equal. That was bad. We can't afford to wait for the world to be equal to start feeling seen. We are far from it. Time will not allow it. It's not going to happen with one president, one vote. So you got to find the tools within yourself to feel visible and to be heard, and to use your voice. See the power of your story and own that. Now, let's say it together. We are becoming brave and unafraid to live openly, truthfully, and joyfully. Tell yourself that. Give yourself those positive affirmations. I go looking for it elsewhere, on TikTok, on Instagram. It helps to say it to yourself or say it to someone else because it affirms you too. I like doing that and talking to people and telling them how important they are, because I kind of don't say it to myself, but saying it kind of makes me feel it. So it's just the power of saying things out loud, I think. Okay, all right, I guess that's all this video is gonna be about. A little stories and updates, what things are going on. Quarantine is still happening. We're at like month 8 now, 8, 9, I don't know, 8, 9. I'm in the middle of my academic quarter. Things are a little crazy, but I love what I'm learning. I can't wait to apply it in the real world. It scares me a little bit because I need to find some place to apply it to, but I will. I currently have green hair, but I'm gonna change that. And just looking at this camera is making me smile because I'm excited to go back to shooting more and telling more stories with my frames. Maybe we could do a video on photography. I don't know. Let me know if you want to see one about me talking about that journey, even though I kind of talk about it a lot. I talk about a lot of things. Follow me on Instagram. You'll know. Okay. Oh, how do I sign off? I think it's okay, bye. I think it is. It's been so long. I gotta get back on YouTube. Okay, bye.